let's start the machine. Today we're gonna start the machine called Fristy Leak. Keep claim and bring Fristy. And over here we can see some banners over here, which is Aracrox manner. And this machine was on 2015. So if you see over here, we have a hash. So when we click this one, this will redirect us to a Twitter account. So अगर आप यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे बहुत सारे Fristy Leak में ट्विटर्स में डेटा दे रखा है. On my way to Fristy Leak to give a workshop with my dad, beat my terrible photo skills. Okay, we can see Sender Kill, Alien Alliance. Enjoy Fristy Leak, my friends. Next time, gadget next time. Okay. And over here we can all see that there are some drinks. So ये जो link है basically, okay, they have given something. You know you love Fristy. This is simple text. Okay, यहाँ पे normal root flag दे रखा है. Cyber CS. Okay, this is a normal thing over here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try something over here. Let's try to nmap first. So I'm gonna do nmap -a -t4 and the IP address. So over here we can see that we are scanning the server with our -a and -t4 with the IP address. The next thing we can try is we can try Nikto side by side. If you can find some misconfiguration services. So over here, what I can see that in the robot.txt there contains 3 directories, which is called cola, sissy, and beer. Contains 3 entries which should be manually reviewed. Okay, that's cool. And we can see other directories just like icon, images. So what I'm gonna do, and over here in the nmap we can see only 84 is open there, which is saying Apache HTTP 2.2.15, and this is a CentOS server, which is a dev server also, DEV. And the PHP version is 5.3.3. And what we can do, we can try to manipulate or simply check other things. For example, in the robot.txt we have some entries just like cola, sissy, and beer. And if I put robots.txt file over here, so it will give me directories on the server side. So let's try one by one with the cola, I guess. So 192.168.0.102/cola. And over here I can see this is not the URL you are looking for. So we have a meme generator. So let's try with the beer, I guess. Same thing. What we have next? Sissy. Same thing over there. Nothing else. But we can try. We can try Derbuster to identify if any of the directories is hidden over there. So let's copy the URL, and we're gonna try Derbuster for directory crawling. Before that, I'm gonna use Webalizer to identify. Okay, they are using Apache 2.2.15, the CentOS version, mode dev 2, and PHP. Okay, let's try with the mode dev. What does it mean over here? Okay, before that, I can see there is an exploit, but Let's see that Apache Tomcat WebDAV remote file disclosure expert. Okay. This is a different thing. How to explain WebDAV server. But what is WebDAV, first of all? Before you start with the server, gather the information about the server. So WebDAV stands for Web Distribution Authority and Versioning, which is an extension to HTTP that lets clients edit remote content on the web. In chance, WebDAV enables a web server to act as a file server, allowing a third to collaborate on the web contents. So we can see that a WebDAV is just like a editor mode, which is used to like file servers, sharing files on the network side, which works on the port number 443 and 80 also. So how does the WebDAV works? We can see it's able to write mediums of WebDAV, and you can access the document on the server side by remotely access. So before that, let's try the Derbuster. I'm going to use according to my own server and the same directory. Okay, so user share Derbuster word list, and we're going to use medium, and I'm going to remove the recursive and the PHP extension. Let's try this one. The main objective of our Derbuster is to identify the number of directories on the server side. So what we can do, we can try it one by one, all the reconnaissance, or you can say enumeration part. The main objective of this machine is to gather information. We can see that it's simplifying the image, icon, CGI bin, error, and beer. But there was nothing. But in the beer it was 200, and we already know about the URI. But if you look over here on the server, keep, claim, and drink Fisty. So what does it a Fisty means? So Fisty is a yogurt drink, you can say. So we can see Fisty, and over here Coca, Silly, CC, and beer also was a drink. That was showing us URL like you are not on the same URL. So, and the web server is showing us keep, claim, and drink Fisty. So what can I do? I can simply put, I can try Fisty over here. If the word is hidden or not. So in this machine, you have to think out of the box also. And if you look over here, welcome to the Fisty League admin portal. Haha, and we can see that we have a login form, username and password. And over here, the scanning is still going on, and we doesn't know what to do next. So we can do only wait. So we have a login form over here. We can try SQL injection, bypass authentication, or we can try to simply check if the parameter is vulnerable or not. So I'm going to use I'm going to use backslash over here to check wrong username and password. So it's basically sanitizing the data. So this was the Fisty admin portal. Let's try the backend source. In the backend source, I can see that there is some metadata. In the metadata, all I can see is description given here that it has some messages. So if I read this one, super late password login test page. We use base 64 encoding for image, so that in the inline of the HTML. Okay, that's cool. I read somewhere on the web that that's a good way to do it. Hmm. Okay, he's saying that they use base64 encoding for image binding. Okay, that's cool. So we have some to-do list also. We need to clean this up for the production. I left some junk words to make it test easier by exits. So we can see in the header one, welcome to Fistilic admin portal. And as per the data which is over here, base64 encoding for image, and we see the data of image base64 of encryption standard. So they have convert their base64 encoding into an image. So what we can do, this is a long file over here, see. But in the bottom, if you compare this one, this is a false value. Why? Because they are repeating the same words. And encryption standard never repeats the same words on that. So if you go down, you can see the actual data which is over hidden. So if I look over here, this is basically our file that we are looking for. So what we can do, this was a base64 image. So I'm gonna look base64 image decoder. You can see best online base64 to image decoder. We can try this one. And I'm gonna write the string over here and generate, and we can see the password. See. So over here, we can see that this was the image file of that specific one password. So I'm gonna write this password over here with a KEKE. Am I right? Small a K E. Yeah, that's right. And we have the password, but over here, where's the user? We can try the username Abyss over here. Let's try this one. And the password that we have find. And login. And we can see that we have successful login on the server side. So over here, we can see that there's an upload file. So over here, we can see that we have an upload file. So I'm going to upload a single file first. And we can see that it's showing us a directory on the server side. The file has been uploaded to uploads directory. We can see that backend, which will be the same thing. But we're gonna try file upload vulnerability. We're gonna try to get a reverse shell on the server side. For that case, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my PHP shell. Do I have PHP? Yes, I have PHP. So extract. So let's do a copy paste. We can see my PHP is over here. And I'm gonna use this one first. Let's try to upload if it's working or not. We're gonna try the file extension vulnerability. PHP. It's saying that only allowed are PNG and JPG and GIF file. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use multiple file extension. So let's use shell, and I'm going to use JPG. Multiple file extension. So let's try, and we can see that it's been uploaded. Or either we can use Burp Suite for uploading the file on the server side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make changes this one. So again, we have to do it. This one is PHP, and for that, I'm going to enter my IP address, which is now 106. So let's try to open that file, and this is a PHP shell. So I'm going to change this one, 192.168.106, my attacker IP address, and the attacker listening port. So I'm going to use 44448. So again, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the PNG part, and let's try to upload. And the file has been uploaded on the uploads directory. So what we're going to do, we have to execute this file. So for that case, I'm going to run it over here, and I'm going to run the uploads directory. In the uploads directory, we don't have the access, no, but I have my shell, that was shell.php.png. Before that, let's use our listener. So netcat numeric listening verbose port 4448, and over here I'm going to run my shell.php, which was over here, and let's see is it working or not. So when I see that the server is running over there, and in the back end I can see that I have a shell. This technique was used of multiple file extension and other attacks also. So you can see that we have a shell on the server. And who we are? I'm Apache. So I guess I am on the, okay, we are on the root directory. So let's see if we have Python. Yes, we have Python. So why I'm just taking, why I'm going to jump to, why I'm going to use Python, because I'm on the shell right now. So we're going to use bash. So for that, I'm going to go to botmilk, and I'm going to look for the Python over here. So we can see the Python bin bash. So we're going to use it for TTY. So, and we have a bash over there. So let's go to the home directory, and let's see cd admin. Let's try this one. We don't have the permission, so let's do guard. We don't have the permission also, so let's try epis. Okay, we are on the epis directory, so ls-all, and we can see there are lots of commands over here. Old, bash out, c, geony settings, chmod, okay, chmod, check, cut command, nano command, nice, no login, and over here we have notes.txt, cat. So over here we can see that I made it possible for you to do some automated checks. Okay, we have a message, yo as, but I did only allow you to access the user bin system binaries. Okay, I did however copy a few extra often needed commands to my home directory, which is change mode, df, cat, echo, ps, grep, egrep, so you can use those from my home admin directory. Don't forget to specify the full path of each binary. Okay, so we're gonna have to specify the each binary path from his home directory to use that server. Don't forget to specify the full path of each binary. Just put a file called run this. Okay, just put a file called run this in the temp directory, and each line one command. The output goes to the file con result in a temp directory, and it should run every minute with my account privileges. ओके, सो यहाँ पे क्या है, एक फाइल बनानी पड़ेगी रन दिस के अंदर, जो कि हर एक मिनट में काम करेगी, रन करेगी, और उसमें एडमिन की प्रिविलेजेस में ये वर्क करेगा. बट इसने स्पेसिफाई किया है कि सिंपल अगर आपको ये कमांड यूज करने हैं तो आपको मेरा पाथ देना पड़ेगा होम डायरेक्टरी का. सो यहाँ पे क्या काम करेगा, प्रथम बताना चाहोगे?
सर वो बिन में जाके देखो किससे हम रिवर्स शेल ले सकते हैं. कोई अगर बिन में कोई जैसे पाइथन हो या बैश से भी कर सकते हैं.
नहीं, इसने क्या लिखा हुआ है?
नहीं इसमें लिखा हुआ है ना यूजर बिन में जाके देखो. पर यूजर बिन में हम कोई फाइल तो एग्जीक्यूट करवाएंगे, तो वहां पर जाके देखना पड़ेगा ना कौन सी, या पाइथन की करवाएंगे अगर पाइथन होगा वहां पर. तो
ये लो, यहाँ पे पाइथन लिख ही नहीं रहा. PHP एप्पल है,
पाइथन है सर.
वेयर
और नीचे हो
लोकेट कर लो ना सर.
और नीचे
या
देखो सर पाइथन है.
तो कैसे करेंगे इसको?
सर उसने कह रखा है कि रन दिस फाइल में सब कुछ डालना पड़ेगा कि हमें किससे एग्जीक्यूट कराना है और कौन सी पाइथन फाइल एग्जीक्यूट करवानी है. तो हमें पहले तो इधर कोई वो पाइथन का वही रिवर्स शेल डालना पड़ेगा.
आपने कैसे किया था?
मैंने सर ऐसे करा था कि मैंने टैब में जाके ये पहले तो ये पाइथन का पाथ दिया और फिर उसके बाद फाइल का पाथ दिया, ठीक है, और फिर उसको सेव कर दिया रन दिस फाइल में. फिर वो जो क्रोन जॉब वाली फाइल है वो हर एक मिनट में एग्जीक्यूट करती है और मेरे पर रिवर्स शेल आ जाता है. फिर
बिल्कुल, मतलब क्या है कि अब इसमें सिंपली ये क्रॉन जॉब आपकी अटैक है, क्रॉन जॉब वल्नरेबिलिटी है, तो आपको स्पेसिफाई पाथ, आपको रन दिस फाइल बनाना पड़ेगा, उसके अंदर उस फाइल के अंदर आपको अपना रिवर्स शेल डालना पड़ेगा. इन दैट केस क्या होगा, सिंपली वो कमांड सीधा सुपर यूजर के एग्जीक्यूट होगी, है ना?
हाँ सर, वो एडमिन कह रहा है ना कि एडमिन यूजर से एग्जीक्यूट होगी वो प्रिविलेज से.
एग्जैक्टली.
तो वो जब एडमिन से एग्जीक्यूट होगी तो हमारे पास रिवर्स शेल भी एडमिन का ही आएगा.
बिल्कुल 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 बिल्कुल. बट यहाँ पे मैं कुछ और यूज करने वाला हूँ प्रथम.
तो करो सर, बढ़िया.
मैं यहाँ पे इको कमांड यूज करूंगा. उसने पूरी डायरेक्टरी बताई थी ना कि तुम्हें अगर कोई भी मेरे उसमें से यूज करना है, फॉर एग्जांपल cd होम डायरेक्टरी चलते हैं, cd होम डायरेक्टरी, ओके, ls -all cd zips ls -all, so note.txt file, notes.txt file. सो इसने क्या बोला था, अगर तुम्हें कोई भी फाइल को यूज करना है तो आप मेरे होम डायरेक्टरी से यूज कर सकते हो, होम एडमिन से, है ना, बट आपको फुल पाथ ऑफ बाइनरी देना पड़ेगा. बट वो फाइल जो आप बनाओगे वो आप मेरे टेम्प फाइल में रन दिस की कमांड में डालोगे, है ना। तो मैं यहाँ पे क्या करने वाला हूँ, मैं यहाँ पे एडमिन के पाथ को परमिशन दूंगा, होम एडमिन का। तो मैं यहाँ पे कमांड लूंगा इको टू राइट करने के लिए, जिसमें होम एडमिन के अंदर जो फाइल है, जैसे उसने बोला था कि मेरे फाइल में अंदर होम चेंज मोड है, चेंज परमिशन है, कैट है, इको है। सो मैं यहाँ पे दूंगा चेंज मोड परमिशन, -r ट्रिपल सेवन रीड राइट एंड एग्जीक्यूट, यानी कि फुल परमिशन। और किसको दूंगा एक्सेस करने के लिए? सीधा मैं चाहता हूँ कि होम डायरेक्टरी को एक्सेस हो। और ये फाइल कहाँ सेव होनी चाहिए? ये फाइल में सेव होनी चाहिए टेम्प डायरेक्टरी में, जो कि एक फाइल का नाम है रन दिस। ठीक है, तो मैंने यहाँ पे क्या परमिशन दिया है, मैंने इको कमांड से एक फुल परमिशन यहाँ पे लिखा है, होम एडमिन चेंज मोड, जिसको मैंने 777 फुल परमिशन दे रखा है। और किसको एक्सेस करने के लिए दे रखा है? होम एडमिन को, यानी कि अगर मैं 777 देता हूँ तो कोई भी इसमें एग्जीक्यूट कर सकता है। एंड एंटर। सो ls-all cd temp, और अगर मैं टेम्प फाइल में देखूं तो मेरे यहाँ पे फाइल बन चुकी है रन दिस, जिसमें अभी तक मैंने परमिशन नहीं दी। सो अगर इसे परमिशन देता हूँ, I have given the permission to execute this file, so we're going to run this command. And over here, changing permission, but over here we can see that it's saying not permitted. और अगर आप उसके अंदर देखो कौन कौन सी फाइल और भी हैं, उसके अंदर फाइल है crypt the pass, उसके अंदर एक फाइल है आपका crypt.py, और यहाँ पे एक और फाइल है who is your god now txt फाइल, एंड यहाँ पे cronjob.py भी चल रहा है, यानी पाइथन फाइल चल रही है cronjob. So what we can do, we can go to home directory again, cd home directory, ls-all. So let's try cd admin, and we have the permission now. Because through the echo command, we have grant permission. प्रथम समझ आया ये वाला?
हाँ सर, ये भी तरीका सही है।
Because he was saying that if you want to use each and every binary, you have to specify the path. So I use his path, and basically I run the cron job. मैं cron job से कर रहा हूँ, बट मैंने यहाँ पे echo कमांड यूज किया था कि मैंने अपने फाइल्स को, मुझे उसके सर्वर के एक्सेस करना था, और जो कि वो बोला था अगर रन दिस कमांड में हर 1 मिनट में वो फाइल रन करेगी आपकी।
सर हम भी वैसे ही कोई कमांड यूज करते हैं।
हाँ जी,
क्योंकि हमें टेम्प फोल्डर में सिर्फ पाइथन का रिवर्स शेल डालना था ना, और फिर उसका हमें पाथ स्पेसिफाई करना था इको कमांड के अंदर।
बस वही बात है और कुछ नहीं, सेम वही तरीका है, बट मैंने इसमें उसी की परमिशन यूज करी है। So we can see that we have some text files. So let's use this one, cat, and we're gonna use this one also, cat. So over here, who is your god now.txt? This was from belongs to Fisty God, and we have one more file which is your tip the pass. But how would I know this? Which encryption they are using? Just copy this one, and I'm going to use #identifier. Not found. Let's try Google. Okay, I doesn't want to see the walkthroughs. Okay, it's all walkthroughs over here. Okay, leave this one, I guess. So let's see this. There's a kip.py also. Okay, so if I see over here, I'm not a good programmer. Okay, so what I can do, I can simply read. So this was enhanced with thanks to DNSing, Sikhawat, import base64, codex system, and code string. Okay, first it was a base64 that it encodes to the string value. Then the string value was base64 string that it's turned the base64 into row 13. Okay, so what is the scenario over here, guys? So the value was in base64 and it was reversed to a string, and then the reverse string was converted into row 13. So it was one way encryption standard. So if we have to decrypt this, we have to run row 13 into reverse string, and for that we're gonna run base64, and through that we can decode it. I think कि अगर कोई वैल्यू रिवर्स है तो उसको हम डिकोड उसी अपोजिट ही कर सकते हैं. प्रथम क्या करना चाहिए आपके हिसाब से?
सही है सर. हाँ सही कह रहे हो सर.
कौन सी वेबसाइट यूज करना चाहिए बेसिकली, अगर आप बताओ?
हैश तो सर वैसे क्रैक, क्योंकि अगर हम हैश का पता भी लगा ले पर वो जो उसके अंदर एक दो वैल्यू सर क्वेश्चन मार्क ही रह जाएगी, मतलब वो इनक्रिप्टेड ही रह जाएगी. तो यही हमें सर मेरे को लग रहा है कि ये पाइथन फाइल को रिवर्स इंजीनियरिंग करना पड़ेगा.
इतना जरूरी नहीं है, ठीक है. सिंपली मैं अगर यहाँ पे देखूँ, मैं यहाँ पे कोड ब्यूटीफाई में आया हूँ, ठीक है. तो सबसे पहले रोड 13 टू टेक्स्ट करके देखते हैं कि क्या आता है. तो मैं यहाँ पे फिस्टी गॉड को लेता हूँ. वाह, मैंने अपने यहाँ पे हटा भी दिया. चलो पहले डिकोड ही कर लेते हैं. ओके, सो यहाँ पे कोई वैल्यू आई मेरे पास. row 13 to text converter. Okay, but what we're gonna have to use? That's about the reverse string. Okay, reverse string was a different thing. So first of all, we're gonna use row 13 to text, and we have the text over here. Let's copy the reverse string as per the data, and we have a base64 code. Then we're going to use base64 decode, and over here we have the password.
ये तो वैसे सर चीटिंग होगी.
बहुत इजी था ना?
इजी तो था सर, पर चीटिंग हो गया था.
I'm not a good programmer, but I know how to read the codes. All you have to do is to understand this one. कि actually ये code लिखा क्या है. So cd home directory ls cd admin So let's do the most important thing is to understand that. And this was the password of your Fisty God. So I'm going to use su guard and the password. So the password was, let's be there, Christy. Who am I? I am God. Now let's see the permission of God. See, user being made run the following command on this host. For example, Christy, he has all the permission, but there is an application on that where christygod.secret admin stuff.com. Before that, I'm going to use the home directory again. ls-all cd christygod, and okay, there is nothing over here, bash history or that. Let's visit over here to the bad directory on the server side. So okay, there is a bash history. Let's read this one first. Okay, there are some commands over here like sudo -u christy var christygod secret admin staff.com and ls. Okay, let's try cd admin text directory, and over there we can see that this is a su executable file, sudo executable file. You can say rws, and if you check this one prior to, exploring sudo executables. Sudo executable stands for set user ID. It's a Linux feature that allows user to execute a file with the permission of specific user. For example, the Linux ping commands typically requires root permission in order to open a raw network sockets. But by making this ping program as a SUID with the owner of this root, ping execute with the root privileges anytime a low user execute the command. See this one. So how to check this? You can check to find params to find the sudo executable files. It is ping mode and .com. So it means that application .com is running as a sudo executable files. So that's why you can see the sudo permission is given over here to execute any command. So if you try to execute any of the commands, it will run as super user. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy and I'm going to do bin sh, bin shell file, and over here I can see who am I? I am root. This was happening because the application was a sudo executable file, and Christy has the permission of that. So that's why we can gain access to the server side.